What's going on, guys? And check this out. We are finally able to play Ark Survival Evolved, and we are actually in the game right now. That is finally awesome. Although this is not an official server, this is some other server that's something something gaming 5. But I would recognize it if I seen it. We might have to play on this server. It's not really where I was originally at. Last night I did manage to get in, and we were playing on Arc PvE 37, and it's full right now, so we can't join. And that is a serious issue with many of the servers. They are pretty much all full. So basically, guys, what a Ark is it's a survival sandbox game set in the Jurassic Park era, or theme rather, because these dinosaurs are all not from the same era at all. So it is like extremely dark, and I apologize for that, guys, but it is nighttime in the game, and so I can't see a thing. But I can show you guys some of the basics here. This is your inventory. You access it with I. If you get the game now, you get an Arc Founder saddle and you get the Hunter hat skin, which is pretty cool because you can use a saddle and just stick it on one of those parasaurs, which is pretty awesome. Gotta love that. And you can craft things by clicking there. Each time you level up, you'll get to put points into these stats. I usually do health first and foremost because it's important to have more health because then you can survive longer. But yeah, so here's your equipped items. There's what your character looks like. They all look the same, guys. Sorry, there's no customization with the face or hair. I mean, you got a lot of deformities you can do, and like you can make him really tall with really skinny limbs, or really short with gigantic limbs or big head or stuff like that, but there's no changing the face look and the hairstyle. So sadly, that is the reality of things there. You can click the survival profile and it'll tell you what you've killed, and this is kind of the dossier. And so yeah, you can tame them to unlock them and such, and yeah. Apparently the parasaur is not one that you unlock by taming, because I've tamed a parasaur before, and apparently this stuff stays. So we're gonna create a new tribe just like that. That's all it takes. You just click the tribe manager and create one, or you can join someone else's. They can invite you easily. And so yeah, by pressing L, you'll be able to access the screen that you see here, and that's nothing too important. But what the tribe does is it shares experience between all of the tribe members. You can tell how cold you are here, you can tell the time of day here, you can tell what day it is. It is apparently day 10. You got the hypothermal insulation, and that's basically your clothing. If you don't got clothing, you got none. And the armor also goes with the clothing. The region is where you're at currently, and the spawn is where you started at. Although I actually started on the east coast, so I'm assuming I'm on the east but south coast. So if that makes any sense. And we still can't see a thing. This is terrible. I would normally just run along the shore and pick up things, but we can't really see a thing, guys. So I don't know if there's any dangerous dinos out there waiting to get us or what. But I can show you, if you press K, you'll go into this neat little orbit camera mode here, which is essentially third person. You can do all the actions like that, but it also takes you right back out of it. I'm told that you can just scroll out to access third person too, but I don't have no luck with that. I don't know if you guys can hear me scrolling the mouse, but yeah, it doesn't seem to work for me. So the current issues with the game, there is literally just not enough servers. That's pretty much the only issue I've seen with it right now. Yeah, the optimization's kind of a little bit wonky right now, and the load screens are killer, but once you get into the game, look at this, guys. It looks freaking amazing. And this is low settings. This is like, I'll show you the settings I'm using. And so basically, look at this. Okay, this is medium settings, my bad. And I'm able to run this just fine. So they have changed a lot because I was barely able to run this, much less try to record it last night. And so you can gather rocks by just kind of looking down while walking around these places and tapping E. And these big rocks like this one right here you'll pick up. And you're going to need the rocks in order to get a pickaxe, which will help you get a regular axe, which can use to cut down trees and stuff very easily. Also, we're going to pick a fight with this dodo up here. They're the easiest creature to take down, and they will provide you with some meat and some hides. And so we're going to kill this wild male dodo, level 3. They can be like level 20 and you can still take them down at level 1, guys. Now I leveled up. So I'll be able to show you that right after we kill this dodo. Okay, so we killed that dodo. And his corpse is right there. So you'll have roughly 5 to 10 minutes for corpses to decay. And there's another one. Where'd he go? I lost him. It's too dark. I lost my dodo. Wow, that sounds almost so wrong. I lost my dodo. There it is. Okay. So dodos are a flock animal. They will literally attack you in flocks. Actually, pretty much all of them will. And basically, you just punch it to get your resources if you don't have a tool to harvest it. Well, it doesn't seem to be working for me here. Oh, you're back. Okay. Alright, so as you just seen, I just killed a level 11. Just like that. It's pretty easy. They don't do really any damage at all. And so, by the way, guys, punching, the reason you might hear grunting there is because every time you punch something, you also take damage, which I like. I think that's very realistic. I mean, if you punch a tree, you're gonna feel it, you know? So, yeah, it should damage you, and it does. And you slowly regenerate health over time, so you don't have to worry about the long haul and not having anything to heal up. And look at this. This is it during the morning. Look at that. It's so awesome. It's got a really nice little glare right there on the beach. And just the amount of trees and stuff is just amazing. There is so much in this game already, and it just released into early access. And so me and Sass will be making more videos on this, and we will be covering a lot of the basics and kind of showing you guys how to get started and what we've learned so far. Trust me, I've already tamed a dinosaur. I know how it's done. I know how to do it pretty easily. It's just a matter of actually catching that particular dinosaur, which is the parasaur, guys. The parasaur, if you're really wanting some good hides and stuff, if you can manage to kill a parasaur, they do not fight back, so you can kill one really, really high level and not have to worry about it. I'll show you what the level up thing is right after I kill this dodo. You just got knocked out. You guys probably don't hear the game sounds, and I do apologize for that, but I had to launch the game first, which is bad because that means no game sounds. And so it's got a lot of good things to it, but I have the sounds like turned down, guys, so you ain't missing much. And it's basically tribal music, as far as I can tell, kind of valiant tribal music, where it's like da-na-na, stuff like that. Yeah, and then it plays a little tune every time you level up, kind of like Final Fantasy there. That's pretty cool. Glad they did that. That's definitely something that is welcome in my eyes. So, first thing you want to get is a hatchet. You can do this with friends too, so you can maximize the efficiency of each level up. And the more people you have, the less you have to learn yourself, which means the more advanced ones you can actually learn. But the cool thing about this crafting tech tree type thing here is you need the predecessor technology in order to get the next technology. So for the slingshot here, you need the spear, I believe. And for this, let's say, wooden foundation and wooden wall right here, you need the thatch wall and thatch foundation. So it's definitely something pretty unique like that. I'm going to get a campfire and a hatchet going here. Okay, so we gotta go punch down trees. You can hover over them and it'll tell you what they do basically, the max durability and stuff, and it also tell you what you need to craft it. So I put the points into health, like I said. I usually do that because I prefer health and survival over more food and stuff. I mean, I'm okay with gathering food. And to gather berries, guys, all you do is just walk up to a plant like this and press E. And you can also just press and hold it, and as long as you're still facing it, you'll still gather stuff pretty easily like that. And that's basically how you'll get your starter food, unless you are lucky enough to find dodos like me, and then you can kill them and make a campfire, cook the food, and then eat that. Each cooked meat gives you 20 food, so you only need about 5 meat to fill your food bar completely. But some berries also give you water, so that's also good to note. And we've leveled up again. So again, I'm putting it in health. This time I'm going to get pants. And I want to say a foundation. This way I can show you guys some of the building things. And so we just eat some berries there. Alright, so I've got to punch this tree. And you can punch down trees, guys. It's pretty cool. And it actually shows it being damaged like that. Of course, you're dealing some damage to yourself, but that's okay. I just got 18 thatch from that. It's pretty good. And yes, you can poop, guys. You can press Z to poop, and it'll do it automatically as well. So you just be wary, because if a giant creature just walks over the top of you, and you see something giant and huge and round drop on your head, you just know that they kind of took a dump on you. Pretty crazy. I think that's kind of comedic that they did that. Also, guys, if you notice this right here, there is a little bit of a texture glitch. When you punch a tree and the leaf goes in front of you and you end up punching the leaf, it changes the texture to whatever you're punching. Same goes for the rocks. If you break a rock with a pickaxe, I need wood. Come on, give me a log. A piece of wood already. But yeah, if you do it with a rock, sometimes it'll change to a grass texture or a sand texture. Just, it's a work in progress, guys. They're working on it. They're really working on this game really hard. They've already got like 60 patches on it. So it's been increasing pretty fast, and they've been working really hard day and night on it so far. I'm glad. That shows they really are dedicated to the project, and that's pretty good, because dedication means a lot when it comes to survival gameplay. And I would hate to see this game end up like Stomping Land, because that game, it had the good concept, it had the right idea, but the developers just gave up on it. It's like, ugh, really? So basically what I'm showing you guys is this is how you start out. You basically want to do it, and you want to stick to the beach. Do not run inland without having some form of armor. because there's Carnos and everything else in there, and they are all aggressive. You might find some Stegosauruses and Triceratops, or as this game calls them, Trikes. Get it? 3 wheels, 3 horns, Trike. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically how you do it to start out. And then you want to stick to the shore and be wary of other players if you're on a PvP server. I wouldn't trust anyone unless you know them. If you don't know them, just don't go near them. There are people who KOS and it's kind of annoying. They will spawn kill you as well, because once you spawn in a few locations yourself, you kind of learn them right off the bat. So like I know there's a you can press M for the map, and as you see, there is a marker on my map for home. That is actually my home on PvE server 37 of the official servers, and that's where it's located, guys. So if you guys end up on that server, yeah, you can check out my 2-story home right there. It has a dinosaur pet in front of it. I don't know if the dinosaur will die, but I have no way to feed it because I can't get on that server. And to set the coordinates or set the location markers like that, you just press P. And it'll add map marker at whatever longitude and latitude you choose. There is no other way to track your position as far as I can tell. You just gotta be really good at landmarks. Like right now I am up there at that top right end area where that little section of land is up there. That's where I'm at right now. That is the East Coast. I'm literally right beside the spawn. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit this craft to get a hatchet. So I am able to play this on my laptop, which is surprising because I really wasn't expecting it to work, but it was just not loading in. So I'm on Sass's computer, and we will actually have a female character, which is, yeah, because she is going to be playing on this one, and yeah, we'll be joint commentary for a while, I think. That beam of light up there is a supply drop. Each one of those are kind of color coded. If it's white, it doesn't require a level. If it's green, it requires level 15. Blue, I think, requires level 25. And yeah, and that is not a pterodactyl or a pterosaur. That is a pteranodon. Often mispronounced as the others quite often. And another useful tip, guys, if you are dehydrated, you can just crouch and go under the water really close to the land so you don't have to worry about them pesky sharks. And I think you can hold C to crouch. Yes, it is a thing, and tab is not inventory, but you can change that, I believe, in the options. Like there is these over here. I don't know if you can change them, but there is a button for gamepad controls. I don't know. I think that's just showing up because I have a controller connected because I play other games with a controller. But you know, and I just took a dump right in that water. Yeah, poison that water. That is just so funny, guys. And you can actually eat that too, which is kind of disgusting, but to each their own, I guess. So yeah, my first impressions on this game is it's really difficult to get in, and aside from that, I freaking love it, guys. It is definitely worth the price, and as long as they keep working on it and fixing that, I highly recommend this game. It is very, very much so worth it. It is kind of resource heavy, and as you can see, there are some graphic glitches and stuff that make it look pixelated. But that is all in tune with the resolution scale. If you turn that all the way up, you'll see much, much nicer graphics, but it will be a lot more heavy on the resources. So I don't do that. So hopefully you guys can excuse the fact that some of the trees look pixelated and stuff at a distance. Up close, they should be fine. Yeah, see, it's fine up close. And all that. You can tame dinosaurs and stuff. I've had one, and I will get more, and I will show you guys the taming process. But first, we gotta get some kind of supplies going here. Let's see if I can show you how to craft a foundation. Yes, I can. Okay. So we're gonna craft a foundation, guys, and it's got a building system a lot like Rust. If you know what Rust building system is like, you'll have this one mastered in no time. It's also a lot like Stranded Deep, if you've played that one too. We're just gonna throw this down right here. Actually, I think that beam up there is right around that corner. But yeah, so this is how you do it. That's the foundation. Sadly, you can't lower it to the ground level. And you can jump extremely high. You can actually jump over one floor high of walls, which I think is kind of not so realistic, but you know, I guess it's a work in progress. So we'll just gather up some more stuff here. And kind of prepare for whatever comes next. And I will see you guys next time with part 2. And Sass will be joining us probably later today. We will have several of these videos posted by the end of the night, for sure, because I wanted to get as many as possible out there so that you guys can enjoy it fully, just like we can. And I don't know what's over there, but that is a giant freaking bird. What is that? It looked like it had feathers, guys. Is that a? It's a pteranodon, but it looked like it had feathers. What is that? It does have feathers. What are you? What are you? Oh man, are you hostile? Yo, if not, I so want you as a pet. Oh man, that is so awesome. Wow, that thing took a huge dump. It's coming right at me. Are you hostile? Please tell me you're not. Definitely hostile. Run away! Run for your life! Those are definitely hostile and very, very fast. Ow. I am so dead. Yep. So, guys, do not play with the Argentavis because they are terrible. Okay, so that's where I died. That says location and that says home. Yeah. You will most likely spawn on the south coast. It seems to be the most common spawn spot. I've died here before and I spawned down here. I found home there. It was pretty nice. I died here, spawned there. So that seems to be the most reasonable spawn spot. And so yeah, and another thing, guys, if you are unsatisfied with your character, you can always remake it after you die. Just click Create New Survivor. And this also plays into the roleplay aspect of it because, I mean, if you're a fan of roleplay and you like permadeath, you can literally make your character permanently dead and rename it and all, which is pretty cool because it allows you to bring on your own like father, son, and then next son, and then generations of heroes and whatnot and survivors. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, helps us out a lot. Thank you for watching so much, and I hope you guys are enjoying this game as much as we are. I love this game. It is freaking amazing. I was not so hyped about it at first, I will admit, but once I saw it on the streams and got to check it out for myself, oh man, it is very addicting and very, very fun to play. There are some douchebag players, but you'll have to excuse that. They're in every game, of course. Even on the PvE servers, guys, there's still douchebags there. And the reason we go on PvE and primarily want PvE is because Sass wants PvE. She don't want people messing up her base and people stealing her pets and stuff. So we're gonna go with that. Sorry if you guys are looking for PvP. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of action in it with the dinos and stuff. We'll be hunting dragons and stuff. So yeah, let's click that respawn button, and that's going to be it for part 1, guys. See you guys next time. What's going on, guys? And Check this out. We are finally able to play Ark Survival Evolved, and we are actually in the game right now. That is finally awesome. Although this is not an official server, this is some other server that's something something gaming 5. But I would recognize it if I seen it. We might have to play on this server. It's not really where I was originally at. Last night I did manage to get in, and we were playing on Ark PvE 37, and it's full right now, so we can't join, and that is a serious issue with many of the servers. They are pretty much all full. So basically, guys, what a Ark is it's a survival sandbox game set in the Jurassic Park era, or theme rather, because these dinosaurs are all not from the same era at all. So it is like extremely dark, and I apologize for, or really short with gigantic limbs or big head or stuff like that, but there's no changing the face look and the hairstyle. So sadly, that is the reality of things there. You can click the survival profile, and it'll tell you what you've killed, and this is kind of the dossier. And so yeah, you can tame them to unlock them and such, and yeah. Apparently the parasaur is not one that you unlock by taming, and you can craft things by clicking there. Each time you level up, you'll get to put points into these stats. I usually do health first and foremost because it's important to have more health, because then you can survive longer. But yeah, so here's your equipped items. There's what your character looks like. They all look the same, guys. Sorry, there's no customization with the face or hair. I mean, you got a lot of deformities you can do, and like you can make him really tall with really skinny limbs for that, guys. But it is nighttime in the game, and so I can't see a thing. But I can show you guys some of the basics here. This is your inventory. You access it with I. If you get the game now, you get an Ark Founder saddle, and you get the Hunter hat skin, which is pretty cool because you can use a saddle and just stick it on one of those parasaurs, which is pretty awesome. Gotta love that.